Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. You know, it's hump day, so we all got to have some fun and get loud and just thank God for seeing another day. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-hosts on, and then we're going to jump in a little advertisement of who sponsors us, and then we'll start talking Miami Dolphins football as usual. You know, we got all that good stuff going on, so let's go ahead and bring on Mr. Winters.
What's going on, everybody? Papa Paul, how you feeling today, good brother?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm above ground and upright. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I have my good days, my bad days, but I can't complain because God has given me another day.
Absolutely, that's a blessing right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's bring on the second oldest man, Mr. John O'Hanlon.
Thanks, pal. How is everybody?
We know in the group we have right now, Mr. Winters is the baby of the family.
Yes, he is.
And then we'll bring on the queen of the show. Been a while. She's been under the weather. I'm glad she's doing better. She's a marvelous woman. You just got to watch out for which one you get, but it's Miss Pamela tonight.
Hi, guys.
Pam?
What's up, Miss Pam?
I'm so glad to see you guys. I'm happy to be here. I missed you guys much.
We missed you. I asked last week where you were.
Yeah, well,
hanging in. I'm still hanging in, John.
So right now, just want to tell y'all, we have our main sponsor, of course, is WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated. We do all kinds of charity stuff, from raising money for DCC, which is, if you don't know, you're not a Dolphins fan. Well, a lot of Dolphins fans don't really. So there's a lot of Dolphin fans out there who don't know what DCC is, and it's a shame. But it's Dolphins Challenge Cancer, and they have the event every February. Next year, it's going to be February 24th. And there's a 5K, there's a 13-mile bike ride, a 39-mile bike ride, a 54-mile bike ride, and a 100-mile bike ride, or 99-mile bike ride. I'm sorry. It's Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Larry Zonka, and Dan Marino are the three bike rides. And the 5K, it's all raising money. It's good fun. You meet a lot of people. You meet a lot of the players. You meet a lot of the alumni players, all that. And we also raise money for PKD, polycystic kidney disease research. And then we raise money for local communities, different things. Like right now, I've been doing a lot with the local Humane Society of the Nature Coast here in Hernando County. Other than that,
was a great video, by the way, Papa Paul. That was a great video that you did there.
Which one?
The one for the Humane
elderly
Society.
Dog. Yeah. And I put videos out there of an elderly dog that he's been there with them for a while because it's a no-kill shelter there. And
thank goodness.
I believe he's 9 years old, but he just wants love. He really does. Mm-hmm. He's a loving dog, but he's got to be the only pet in the household.
Oh.
He does not get along with other dogs. He does not get along with cats, stuff like that. So he will
have fish, maybe.
Maybe he'll have the other ones for lunch if he's given a chance. So, but he just wanted love while I was sitting there with him and stuff, and he was looking around. Of course, he was looking at the dogs in the kennels next over and stuff. So he was interested in seeing what kind of snacks he could get over there. But no, he loves to play and stuff like that, and he'll play fetch with you all day. He's 9 years old, and a lot of people don't want to take on a 9-year-old. But shoot, at the same time, when let's see, that's 72 or 63 in dog years, at 9 years old. When I'm 63, I hope someone still wants me.
Don't worry, I'll play fetch with you.
There you go. He'll throw the stick for you.
Thank you, Johnny O.
Scratchy behind
Good evening to Joseph May and Keith Lamb for joining us on Facebook.
Hey, guys.
And also, I wanted to add, ladies and gentlemen, we did have a special guest for tonight, but we want to send our thoughts and prayers to our fellow Titans fan, Melinda and her family. The community out there actually had severe storms that took out a lot of their electricity, and they're just getting back to civilization, while some of them are just getting electricity back as of yesterday. So
yeah, that's Titans Queen Melinda S. Aguirre.
So we will have her on a later date, and to her and her family, please, and the community, well wishes, come back stronger than ever.
I mean, yes, we need to safe. Send out a lot of good well wishes, because there was places all the way up in Ohio that got hit by some severe tornadoes and stuff, which that far north is not normally heard of, that far north, because it was just outside of Des Moines, Iowa. Or yeah. Up that way and stuff.
The storms are actually extra strong this year.
Well, and they're saying it's going to be a hotter summer down here in Florida than it was last year.
That's not good.
Oh, good Lord. Last year was so bad, too.
Mm-hmm. So other than that, anybody got anything to start off with tonight as I look up some of the news?
Well, for the hot summer, let's welcome in the Buffalo fans. Game 1. Come on. It may be night,
game 2.
but it's still hot. Oh, sorry.
2.
Game 2. It may be at night, but it's still going to be hotter than blue blazes and super humid. It's worse. The humidity is worse at night. Welcome in, Buffalo.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that game. I mean, we can talk about Joseph Mays put in the comments Tua's contract. We really don't know much about Tua's contract. I know I don't know much about Tua's contract, but what I would say is this: that will be like my man Johnny says, a wait and see type thing. And
yeah, it's
I feel, this is me. I think they will get the deal done. I think there's nothing to be worried about personally. Now, I don't know what everybody else on the panel feels, but I know that's just how I feel. Johnny, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to do a deal at some point, whether it's May, June, July, August, something's going to get done. He'll be under contract with an extension, I believe, before the start of the season. It's not the way I would do it, but, I don't run the team. I'm not privy to conversations that everybody wants to – not everybody. Half the fan base wants to bitch and complain about, oh, he doesn't deserve the money. Some of them say he does deserve the money. Listen, the NFL and the way they sign contracts, it's not just the Dolphins. There's other teams that have signed quarterbacks to huge deals that haven't won a Super Bowl or, done much in the playoffs. It is what it is. We just have to sit back and wait and see. He's going to get $50+ million a year for 4 years. How much of it's guaranteed, we don't know. People want to bitch and say, well, the Dolphins offered and he declined it. Yeah, it's called negotiations. That's the way it works.
Exactly.
They give an offer. He declines it. He comes back with a higher offer. They decline it. They come back offering a little more. And eventually they'll meet somewhere in the middle and he'll sign his contract and he's going to be the quarterback for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever it's going to be. People want to complain. This one really got to me yesterday. People wanted to complain that he wasn't at OTAs because he was at a charity golf tournament.
Oh my God.
If that's the best thing you got to bitch about, get the hell off of social media. He was at a charity
charitable. That's horrible.
Charity golf tournament, and you want to complain he's not at OTAs. It's his 3rd year in the system. You know who I want to see at OTAs? The undrafted free agents, the new guys they brought in on the team, guys that have to learn the defensive or offensive system. Those are the ones that need to be at OTAs. If Tua's not there and Hill's not there and Waddle's not there, they already know the playbook. Yeah, there's going to be some new plays, but it's not going to take them long to learn them. The new guys need to be at these OTAs that are not mandatory.
Which is
Absolutely.
your OBJs, people learning the system and stuff
Right.
like that. That's who needs to be there.
That's who needs to be there. If Tua takes a day off, listen, how many days did Dan Marino take off in OTAs? Don't know. There was no social media around back then. How many times?
Exactly.
How many times did Zach Thomas take off to go to a wedding or a birthday party or so? Oh, I don't know. There was no social media back then, so nobody was bitching about it. Stop bitching about stupid stuff and just be a fan of the team.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree too. And the
Yeah.
thing is, like you said, John, they're going to negotiate. It's not going to just. I mean,
Right.
it would be stupid for anybody to just, take it right off the bat. I mean, that's not smart. This is that young man's life. This is our team's money down the line. Everybody needs to, do the best that they can for their side, what they're trying to get. And we're all on the same side. We also have to remember that. But I'm the female version of John O'Hanlon this season. I'm the wait and see girl now. I've never been a wait and see girl in my life, but I am now.
I seem to be rubbing off on everybody. Wait
Yeah.
and see.
Yes, you are.
What's up, Mountie? Thank you for joining us. We'll be dropping the
Hey,
link in a little
Mountie.
bit. I mean, my honest opinion, I don't want them to give him a contract this year. I want him to play his 5th year out before they give him a contract. Let's welcome in our brother Tom. Thank you for joining us, Tom.
What's
Hey.
up, Tom? How are you, brother?
Campfire Tom.
What's up, man?
Working again in my headphones.
I'd rather see him just play out. And yeah, we're looking at if he balls out, then we got to pay him that much more and stuff. But if he balls out, that's great. I'll take that chance.
Yeah, but what's the
Well,
difference
Paul,
going to
I'm
be
with you.
if he balls out and they offer him 57 or 59 million instead of 55 million a year? What's really the difference?
Well, I
So
would
$4
take the
million, that's a
difference,
lot.
but
As long I don't mind if they pay him now, as long as they have something in the contract that protects Miami from his injuries and stuff that he is very susceptible to.
Right. I agree. I mean, listen, I'm with you. I would rather they didn't sign him, let him play his 5th year option, but that's not going to happen at some point.
I agree with that
John,
so much.
I gotta balk at you for a minute because you say it's not going to happen, but really, what do we got to do? We got to wait and see.
Right. Well, like I said, it's
You do like this. Wait
I
and
believe
see.
it'll get done sometime before the start of the season, but maybe it won't.
Well, the thing is I haven't understood the the rush to get the deal done. I mean, it's like you were saying, Papa Paul. We have another year guaranteed with him, so what's the rush?
Well,
I
I
don't
think
see a rush.
it's his camp is trying to rush it.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
I gotta answer some questions here real quick. Mountie, what's balling out? Balling out is he has a better year than he did last year, plain and simple. He's gotten better every year. If he really has an improvement on this year over last year and stuff, that's balling out. Okay?
Yeah, if they make the playoffs and win a playoff game or two, that's balling out.
Now,
Yeah.
Joseph May is saying, listen, if we don't sign him and he goes to his 5th year, he will be gone after that. Honestly, no, he won't. He won't be gone after that. If he's gone after that, it's because he got injured again and couldn't fulfill his year. That's the only way he would be gone.
And they can still tag him.
Or somebody else could pay him.
Yeah, but we could still tag him too, though.
That's true.
But if he doesn't ball out, who's going to want to pay that money? We kind of have
the way these
a good position.
teams are signing quarterbacks, somebody's going to pay them.
I'm sure.
Old ass Kirk Cousins coming off of Achilles injury can get $180 million.
Jeez.
Very well said.
Mac Jones
crazy?
got how much?
He sucks too.
Yeah, how much did he get?
I don't even know the numbers on his, but I think you pay him now and you get it done. It shows a good sign of good faith. The kid's done everything you've asked of him from day one to now. He's improved every single year. I mean, he's the only one in his draft class that hasn't got a contract at this point. That's why it's such a hot topic. I think you pay him. You get it done before camp. I think he's okay with the injury concern thing in there. It's a win-win for both sides. You know what I mean? The more he plays, the more games he plays, the higher stats can be. Incentivize, whatever. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We know what you're saying.
No, you know what? If we sign him, we sign him. It doesn't matter. He's my QB1. That's all I care about. Whoever's my QB1 is.
What's your backup plan if you don't sign him?
What?
Well, that's
we
the
don't sign
problem.
him this
There
year?
is no backup plan.
It doesn't. Yeah, this year, next year, any year. What's your backup plan? If you think the team's going to be good, you're going to have a 17 to 28 to 30 pick. It's not going to be a top quarterback. You're going to have to give up multiple picks to even move up higher. I mean, you saw this year was what, 2 or 3 picks to move up 3 slots, 2 or 3 first to move up 3 slots.
Welcome, John Vega.
One thing about that, like, the QB question, he did play well at times, but there was also times that I was like, dang, I can't believe he's still making that mistake.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's still learning.
He is still learning.
Still learning. That's one thing I gotta say about Tua. He is constantly doing stuff to try and better himself. And
in a lot of ways he did. When I look at this time last season, the biggest question on my mind was his health. Is he going to stay healthy? Right. And look what the dude did. He went and got bigger, stronger, and he stayed healthy.
He's also got continuity again. He's got the same OC. He's got the same head coach. It's only the second time in his entire career he's had that.
Only second time. Exactly. Yeah. Really good point.
I mean, I give him credit for doing everything he can possibly do to improve himself. That's what I do like about him. During the offseason, he does.
He didn't give up 15 points in 3 minutes in that Tennessee game.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
I mean, he also, it was 3rd and 1, and McDaniel wanted to get cute and pass the ball.
And see, that I put more on the coach than I do the QB.
Right, but we're all putting it on the QB because you blew a 5 games left, 3-game lead to finish it out. He gets blamed more than anybody.
Right.
I agree with you, John. He's got to win some of those big games, but the fact that he's not like a lot of players that during the offseason are going off and going everywhere across the world and everything and doing different things like that, he's working on getting better.
Yeah, he did do a lot for that. But also what John brought up here, Tyreek was a big part of that. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Odell in the locker room.
That's like he didn't make him. I mean, Tyreek's doing Tyreek things. He did that in Kansas City with Mahomes. I mean, obviously he helps. That's the whole point of bringing him in. You bring in someone that can elevate your quarterback. So look at what Diggs did for Josh Allen in Buffalo. It's the same thing.
Absolutely. Josh Allen did almost nothing before Diggs got there and then had his 4 best years while Diggs was there.
Right. A.J. Brown for Hurts. Devonta Smith taking next step for Hurts. Waddle taking next step for us. People forget how hurt Waddle was last year and how much we really didn't have him. He missed, 7 games last year? And still had over 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'll balance that out. I mean, I'd be good with, how it was year 1 with both them, 17, 13 range. You add a third to the mix, like you said with Beckham. Say he gives us 500-600 yards and 4 or 5 TDs. That's 5 times more than Sid Wilson ever did his entire time he was here. Yeah, he wasn't used, and then you went big. Jordy Fortson's going to get a lot of run, just like Jonnu. You're going to have 2 big tight ends planned. Durham's going to get his time too. You're going to have 3 tight end sets. You're going to have 3 running back sets. You're going to see a lot of different shit out of Miami that you haven't seen.
Yes,
listen,
I
Tom,
agree.
I hope you're right with that because that is what will make us so good, right?
Balance. That's the plan anyway. They're trying to get balanced where they don't have to lean one way or the other. If they can run the ball. Mike just got to stop. We're getting 6 yards of carry. Let me go away from it.
And that is my whole point about that, Tom.
I agree with you both on that very much. He needs to stick with, I'll take 6 yards of carry every single play.
All day long.
Absolutely. When you're 2nd and 4 instead of 2nd and 14, it's fantastic.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is we can't get one dimensional. You can't get nervous and say, okay, all we're going to do is throw the ball. I have not understood a lot of the play calling in quite a few games. And to me, it was the play calling that was our biggest detriment, because we got one dimensional, and you put two in a position that, he's not able to handle, whether you call it the offensive line, whatever you want to say, but you got to use the talent you have. And I don't think we spread the ball around as we did at times, but not like we should have. Not like we should have. We had a lot of talent.
But, I was thinking about something, and in my opinion, that 3rd and 1 where he went and tried passing the ball instead of running it, to me, that tells me he doesn't trust the offensive line enough or the run game enough to get that 1 yard we needed.
I feel like he's just trying to be cute, trying to catch them slipping, thinking the obvious thing is run the ball. So let's try to do a bubble screen because we got so much speed. But instead of fucking using the big bodies and pounding that 1 yard, well, let me just try to go 3 yards behind the line. Oh shit, they're on that. Loss of 5. Now it's 4th and 6.
Right. And you do it over and over. It's not like that, hey, trying it. Okay. But when it doesn't work, you don't go back to that again. That bubble screen absolutely drove me crazy. The number of times it didn't work and you go back to it, change it up. And I think our running game was good. Our running game did get yards. Why didn't we?
I think our running game is going to be even better this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well,
I'm excited to see it.
And I'm gonna keep preaching this. It will be the O line. Once I see what the O line looks like, once I see them blowing some of these defensive guys off, or creating holes for these guys to run through and stuff like that, then I'll talk on that. Because my biggest concerns is the interior of our offense. And
absolutely.
The linebacker core for the defense, which that could be a strength or a weakness, and or the offensive line. And we already know that certain people are not on our offensive line as of last year. So those are the things that win Super Bowls, ladies and gentlemen. The interior. You can talk about Tua all you want. You can talk about the receivers all you want. If you don't have a productive, and it doesn't have to be a top 5 offense or defensive line. All you have to do is have continuity and making sure that you protect and execute. And that's what I'm going to be looking forward to in training camp, preseason, and the first 4 to 5 weeks. That will tell you a lot about this team of this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. It's a wait and see game on how everything's going to gel together.
And we're not done adding pieces either.
Yeah.
No. We got 90 bodies there now, and they're still going to add some more after June 1st.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's something I seen a little article on today and I want to get everyone's opinion on. Because he's still available, do you think they might try and get X back at a lower rate?
If he comes in for the right price, yeah, I mean, that's it. His price has to come down from that $30 million he was making. I mean, that's the reason they cut him and saved the 18.5. If he wants to come back and make 7 or 8 million, maybe, because listen, you need depth, and Ramsey and Fuller are not 24, 25-year-old kids.
Right.
No, I just wanted to hear opinions on it because I've seen that, and the big question is, if he does come back, what's going to happen with the number 25 since our running back took it? Is he going to go ahead and give it back to X-Man or what?
Yeah, he'll probably get a couple $100,000 for it, and X will take it back.
Yeah, well, I figure something like that, because he is proud to wear that number 25. He says,
yeah,
and he knows
6, 4 or 6. I think it was 4.
I don't remember. But he said he was very proud to wear that number of X because he's watched X play for the last 8 years in Miami.
You see the other rumor today that's possibly about Tristan Wirfs, that the Bucs aren't going to sign him and he could be available. via Austin Jackson in a second round, or maybe just like a future first round, that shores up your offensive line right there too. Tristan Wirfs is an animal. If we can keep Jackson, I would keep Jackson and just trade the first for him, because you're not going to get anybody that's a bona fide beef tackle in this league in the first round that's ready to go right now.
Oh, what's up,
Pedro.
Euro.
What's up, Q Billy?
What's up? What's up, my Fizz family? Y'all miss me?
Very much so, brother. Very
Man,
much.
we need a good laugh today, boy, and I got that. Hi, Pam. Hi, everybody. Hi. What's up, winners?
What's up, brother? How you, man?
What's up, man? Where's Tom at, man?
Right there in the
There he
middle,
is.
bottom.
There he
Right
is.
in the middle.
Golly, man, I need to check my eyes, bro. I'm telling you, I'm 40. Well, I'll be 49 in November, but yeah,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
Well, I got changed when I talked to you earlier. I was wearing
And I
orange,
need
so-
my vision. I kind of paint, you know what I mean? So.
And
I
you
didn't
do a
need
great
readers till
job.
I got to 48. So
I hear what y'all said before, so I'm sorry I ain't caught up at all. But y'all can go on, and I'll just come in whenever Paul lets me in, man. So
You,
that's cool.
Pedro, you can come on whenever you want to come on, man.
Well, I want to say congrats to Tyreek's upcoming 11th baby.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't want the child support, man. It's probably $100 grand minimum a month, if not more, for his pay. I don't know.
Well,
It
you
could
can
be
get pointers
200
to
grand.
Howard. You can get pointers to Howard since he's got 4 coming from 4 different
Listen,
ladies.
they don't give you a break because you got a bunch of them either.
Is
You
this
don't
his
get a
fourth?
break.
That is fourth, Pam, in a year, or is it 5? I don't know.
I don't know. I
believe
His wife, though.
this will be Hill's 5th one in a year.
Wow, so
think
it's
he ought to
first.
slow down a little bit. Just saying. Oh, man.
So the other news of Tyreek I got for y'all is that new court filings suggest that Tyreek didn't touch Sophia Hall. Oh my goodness, he's innocent.
Oh, we knew that already.
Listen,
Well, I
these
mean,
guys, if I was them, I'd be walking around with a videographer all the time
she fell
because,
on camera.
They just-
One.
you know, they go after these guys all the time.
A
He's
house
using,
like
that
that.
kid, he's using the kid that they fired with the camera thing last year at the stadium.
Ugh.
He has him as his personal video guy. He was before, then he got him with the team. Now he's got him. He's paying for his salary and having him work for him until he can find a job. He's calling it an internship.
Well, you know what's funny? I don't know if y'all seen any of the article on her, but there was 2 different stories. One where she was saying it was, Tyreek hit her or tackled her or whatever, but the lawyers were saying something else, that she tripped over something,
There you go.
Oh,
and that was her lawyers, not his.
shit.
Yeah, it was like those, those like noodle looking like things they put for like drills to do like high knees over.
Yeah,
Tripped over one of them. Then she tried to blame his dog.
She tried to get paid. That's all it came down
That's
to.
all
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's trying to get
Mentioned
paid.
Tyreek Hill's name in the same breath. Oh God, here we go.
She gave me money
Well,
when
and
I'm in need.
the thing is, you lose all credibility too. Like the whole world just saw what a lying sack of crap you
But
are.
it doesn't
and-
matter because most people don't even know who the hell she is. So
Right.
She made a ton of money
Well,
off regardless because now her name's around and she's got like OnlyFans or some bullshit. She's like, oh, who's this chick?
So,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
It's all a shameless plug.
Oh, wow.
Well, if y'all didn't know that Dolphins are having joint practices all 3 preseason games.
yep.
I know the teams. Go ahead, Paul. You know the teams?
Atlanta, Washington, and Tampa Bay.
It's in the chat,
yeah,
man.
Raphael,
Man.
Raphael put that up. Yep.
What is a Washington?
We already know who'll be the Bucks, right? But
It's
Atlanta.
how
Watch
I
your- watch your
it's how
sister's
I
sauce.
say Washington.
There
How
you
many-
go.
Say
How many
Washington.
R's?
Why-
How many
Mandarin.
R's in
Not
Washington?
Washington. There's no R in there.
It's
It's-
watch your sister's sauce.
It's just like I wash my dog.
You wash your dog. You don't wash them.
Hey, man.
I'm a southern country boy, redneck hillbilly bum. So, and
Hey,
I
I've
do
seen,
want
The last
Really?
bit of news with Tyreek, bro. Y'all seen his prosthetic, bro? He brought at that kids camp video. Y'all saw that? He tried to act like it wasn't him, but the gag didn't work because his body type, man. He should have put a fat suit. I was talking to Tom earlier about that. It was a great video if you ain't seen it, man, because
No,
he was
I
cracking
haven't.
me
He was
up the
looking
whole
like the
time. He's putting it
clumps.
on.
Gilly
And it
the
was
Kid
like-
too. They put Gilly the Kid in a gray bob, so he had like the Annie haircut down to here, and he added like white makeup to make him look like he was old. They had like crow's feet on him and shit. But Tyreek looked like a clump from Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Funny.
Well, damn, I don't forgot what I said. I drew a blank.
That was
Senior
the day
moment.
after I saw him.
It'll come back around in a minute.
Old age brain fart, you know.
I do that all the time, so y'all already know me.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, I can't wait to see you,
yours is
Pedro.
yours is normally alcohol related. It's got nothing to do with age.
Oh yeah,
Or-
let's do that. Let's do that.
That's
Salute,
Tuca.
man.
See?
I'm on the Eagle
See?
Rare.
The
This is the
Tuca.
10-year Eagle Rare. Yeah, salute, man. The Panthers are playing right now. Go Panthers, baby. Good luck in the Eastern
could-
Conference Finals.
It could be some of the paint fumes too, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you
so my
for your
daughter is autism level 1. She tested. She's 20. My son Cruz, he's 13 years old, but he has a brain cut. Well, he tested a 5th grader, so about 10-year-old, but he's in an adult body. It's crazy. So everybody's got to treat him like he should, but I got to remind myself that he's still a kid, you know? It's
Yeah.
crazy. 'Cause
And that's
I look at him like,
really
wow,
hard.
dude, you're
That's
really,
really
big.
hard when they're big like that, you know.
He did a dance today, and he looks so gorgeous. I can't wait to post the
Oh.
picture. He's so adorable. Oh my god, the way Laura braided these purple in his braids. He had these 2 braids going across with purple going, and then the purple long sleeve with a bow tie, black bow tie with the Nikes like the ones I got, but in purple and white. He looked amazing, man. He was happy because the
Daddy.
girl asked him to dance, and the autism makes him like me, so shy and so like what do you call it? Anxiety?
Anxiety, anxious,
So-
yeah.
He declined, but still that
Oh.
tickled him to death. So you know.
The poor girl
cute.
had to walk away. Oh no.
Oh, I know. The crew wanted you dance, man. Come on, man. You'll get there.
Oh,
So we're just encouraging him. That's all we could do. But
Yeah.
sound like a proud papa.
Hey, you're a good father, Pedro. You're a very good father. All
Nah,
the
but-
things you do with your kids, you're a
Thank
great father.
Absolutely.
y'all want to do a fin trivia real quick?
Let's
Go
go.
for it.
Oh, I got one. Brett Grimes played for the Falcons for 6 seasons, right? Without a pick return for a touchdown. True or false? He did it in his first 2 seasons with the Dolphins in 2013 and 14. True or false?
True.
True.
Y'all remember?
One arm catch with Megatron.
Mhm.
That was fire. And then Miko went crazy in the fucking stands.
It's so true. Everybody, it's true. He had back to
What's up,
back in each
Charles?
season. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
Santa Claus is watching.
Gentlemen, hit
Yep.
the like button, please.
She was in the news again. She said she was going to come down and fight somebody. Miko.
Oh,
Oh,
she
it's
is so ridiculous. People should just stop with that girl already. She is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Brent's got to be embarrassed.
Bruh, he did it to himself.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And he went back. They broke it up and he went back to it. Crazy.
Well, he missed at least one of the personalities.
Pretty much.
Hey, Paul, I like the graphics that are up with the peace, love, and dolphins. When I do the StreamYard and I get it, you can help me out with that, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, knowledge is key, man. Yeah, I'll start doing that in the before training camp. I'll go ahead and pay for it, and do
Well,
the QB show. Why not?
well, for the it's funny because for the season tickets this year, it's different than last year. You go in your Dolphins app, you click on tickets, and they bring you to this one page which you have to sign in again, and then you go look at your ticket. And I've had people calling me, Paris, Renee,
Right.
another Mike Sherrod, I believe it was. All these people asking for my help with that. It's like
Yeah, because I had to do that looking up tickets last year. You had to sign in twice with double authorization. That's exactly what they're doing, just to make sure it's safe, that nobody is getting scammed or somebody's trying to hide anything or whatever like that. So that's why they make it difficult.
So it's different because last year all you had to do was on, if you're a season ticket holder, was on your Miami Dolphins app, just click on tickets and your tickets would be there. But now, and you can download them to your wallet, whether it's Google Wallet or your Apple Wallet, whatever. But now you click on, you go in your Miami Dolphins app, you click on tickets, it brings you to a homepage of like, if you're a season ticket holder, it'll bring you to, meet your rep and stuff. But you have to sign in, for your tickets again. You sign in again on that because that's actually part of Ticketmaster now, where it says meet your rep. You sign in again there, then you go to the main menu and click on it, and you'll see where it says tickets. You click on that, and your tickets will show up there.
I'm going to be looking for late October, early November. I'm going to need I'm going to need about probably 5 tickets. I want to bring at least 3 or 4 of my grandsons. They want to come to a game, and I want them to have a good time, and so I'll be looking towards some of y'all to help me find some good tickets for my babies.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah. We always have people from out of town that have season tickets that can't make it, and it's better to go through them because this way you're not paying extra fees on Ticketmaster and all that stuff.
Yeah, when you know people well, right, Tom?
Fees are $130 for 2 tickets.
Wait, I gotta go this way. There we go, Tom. Hey, Tom. So yeah, me and Tom, we're going to the Titans game together, week 4.
Yes,
me and Tom. Yeah, in Miami. And for Monday Night Football.
You won't see my wife there.
I just missed her last time too.
Nope.
So Michael,
I'll be back for the Niners game too.
Well, she might be there. It depends on if she can get Monday off or not.
I'm excited. I didn't go to a game last season, bro. I'm freaking excited, man. I'm ready to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some of us have booked our flights for India already.
Yes,
Tom.
sir. I'm just waiting on that too.
I go to Cleveland too, man. I got to pay back a friend, man. Back in 2021, we kicked the crap out of the Browns. I mean, literally stomped them in Miami. I told them I'd pay them back and go to Cleveland whenever we play. And surely it's not going to be in December, late December. Surely not, right?
I was.
Oh my God.
I was going to go to my first regular season away game this year, but I don't know if I can because I was going to go to the New England with Winners, and Winners is not going to that one. So
I'm cutting back to because, like I said, my brother Tom, we gotta try to see. We're gonna hit the Yankees Phillies.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna do that.
And then I got my mom's 75th birthday coming up, so I got a lot of stuff coming up that's way more important. And I'm gonna wear myself thin, so I'm just gonna probably be able to do the week 2 against the Bills in Miami, and then one weekend. Just everybody, hopefully Pedro. We gotta figure it out, man. It's too damn long.
Did they come out with the fan club weekend yet? What day?
Yes, the Cardinals game.
Oh, good. Okay.
Like the ticket deadline's in 3 days, Pam. All right, so contact Mark Angelo.
Yeah,
contact Mark Angelo. Want to sit with everybody?
Oh, I always get my tickets from Mark.
The ticket deadline is 3 days if you're buying tickets through them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. Thank you.
Like 140 for upper deck, I heard. They can't secure lowers.
Well, I swear, the way the heat is, I'd rather be out of the sun anyway. So,
True.
And my voice carries. You can hear me anyway, upper, lower, doesn't matter.
Well, Paris's seats are in the upper deck now.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the way it should be. At least he's moving it up, man. Not asking. Well, never mind. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I was gonna say something. I don't want to hear none of that. People don't understand how much it costs for me to get down there. Just splitting it with Tom, what about a G, right? So that's not even spending money going down there, right? Like a G, right? It costs $1,000, right?
Yeah.
3 and 3, right? Ticket to the hotel, unless you do it like Tom because he can do it for a lot less.
I could definitely do it for a lot less, but it's all right. I don't give a shit. YOLO. You stay at Little
Yeah.
Roach Motel, shady beachside hotels for $75 a night. Easy.
Right.
$100.
All right.
I can't wait to see all you guys this year again.
Yeah.
I miss this brings us together right here, and I love doing the talk show with you guys because all of y'all are the best. But real quick, I want to make a little announcement on my behalf that whether it's under the fan club, under my personal page, on here, if I say something, if I do something, if I post something, I'm not perfect. If I made a mistake, I will correct it. I appreciate people coming to me if I did something wrong. I'd rather them come to me than somebody else. But shit
You mean
happens.
adult-like? You mean like an adult to someone's face? Oh,
Why would that be?
adult-like.
I'm not an adult. I'm a kid.
no, that
I'm a
that's-
Toys R Us kid. But I mean, I'm not perfect. I share things a lot of times, and sometimes they're mistakes. Because I have learned recently also that there's not a lot, but there's been several people that I've had to kick out of the club because they're sharing all this stuff from UK sports or whatever, which all that is a bunch of pop-ups.
Oh,
And it's false
Fake
news at the
news.
same time. Yeah.
Oh, preach, man. Bring it.
So, you know what? Just come to me if you got a problem with anything. Some of you may know what I'm talking about.
Here,
Some
not
of you
too
may
much
not.
to ask, right?
I don't, you know what? I'm going to do what I can. If I make a mistake, you know what? I'm old enough. I don't give a shit anymore.
Get him, Paul.
If you don't like someone I hang out with, oh well.
Whatever.
I'll hang out with you later, or I'll hang with you now. It doesn't matter. If you don't like the way I tailgate, oh well, that's the way who I am.
Move along. Next.
I'm too old enough to give a shit about anybody to care about what anybody thinks about me.
Hey, Paul, you got haters, bro. Trust me, I got haters. Hey, John, you got haters. Everybody got somebody. It is what it is.
You know what? But it makes it real
if you come
bad.
up to me and say hi and want to hang out, come on to the tailgate. If you don't, just keep on walking. It's all
Just
good.
keep on moving.
I'll say this for the
Now,
panel.
well, I will tell you this. If you walk by Pedro and don't say hi, you cannot give an excuse that you didn't see him.
Or you.
Or me, as my wife just said.
You are 6'5", right?
Yeah, we're both.
Right.
Well, I'm 6'4.5", 6'5", right in that area. The old age, you start shrinking a little bit, Pedro. But you can't say you missed us. Now if you're shorter than us, we can say we missed you because we looked right over the top of you.
Like I tell people, and I'll say this to everybody: you're not anybody until you have haters. So let's just say we've all made it. That's how I look at it. So the way I look at it is this, and I'll piggyback off what Paul said. You're not going to like everything that we say, and that's okay, because you're not supposed to like everything that we all say. Sometimes we don't like what we say.
Right.
We respect each other and we love each other, and we are men's family.
That's
I
right.
would challenge people to tell me who you agree with 100% of the time, 365, 24/7.
I don't agree.
I don't even agree with
any
myself
of you
all the
up
time,
here.
like
I don't
you
even
said.
agree with any of y'all up here that much.
That's right. So I mean,
we
I don't
all
know what somebody's
know
expecting.
we all have an agreement that we agree to disagree when we don't.
Yeah.
What a play.
We can
But
discuss
also
things. We can give
sometimes-
opinions.
I
We
had
can
an
have different
issue. I had an
opinions.
issue, and I came with it, baby. Right, Paul? I came with
Yes,
it, man,
sir.
and we worked it out, man. That's the way to do it, baby. You know, if we didn't, we didn't. We move on. It's all good, bro. That's life. That's the way it was,
Also,
man. And I like Paul because no, I actually love Paul because Paul is doing his thing and he's doing it the right way. You're gonna make some mistakes. I'm gonna make some mistakes, bro. As a club leader, trust me. And and I'm just me, bro. If people like me, I know I love my haters, man. You got them. It's all good. As far as
I love
Dolphins go,
everybody.
I love my Dolphins too, baby.
You know
but
what?
also you think about it, like if you're expecting everybody to agree with you, maybe you're not listening to what other people are saying too, because a lot of times I change my opinion on something because somebody else said something that resonated with me. So if you're so stuck in what you're saying and you're not listening to anybody else, you're really missing out, because there's a lot of smart Dolphin fans who have a lot of different takes, and you're missing something if you're not really listening.
Well, on another note, just thought of real quick. I will have shirts for sale this year again still. I am working. I will be getting the We Are Family, Peace, Love, Fins Up family shirts made up for the Miami Dolphin team.
I love that slogan, by the way, Paul. I mean, winner, whoever came. Well, tell me the story again about the slogan, real quick, man, if you don't mind.
Well, it's a joint effort, really, between Winners and Devontae, right? And they were saying peace, love, and fins up to each other.
Salud.
I started throwing in the family because we are all family. But we're on the shirt. It's a peace symbol, a heart, and then the actual dolphin with the words fins up on it. And right below it says family. But on the back of the shirt, at the very top of the back, it's going to say WCFL Helping Hands logo. But underneath, it's going to have a list of all the clubs who donated for getting the shirts printed up to give out, because I'm going to get them printed up before training camp. I'm going to start handing them out to the players at training camp.
Oh, nice.
That's the only way I can figure out I can get it done, is hand it out there. So I'm going to be having from large all the way up to 5X done. And on that other shirt that I showed you the logo of, John, I am getting one for you in a polo, 2X, right?
3X.
3X. I'll
3X.
I'll reiterate, because he can get it 3X, yeah. But I am having the shirts I had, a lot of the shirts I had last year, but I am having 2 other shirts made up this year that are to do with Jalen Phillips. So look out for those.
Team too, so that works out.
But yeah, the story page real quick, and I'm going to get back to some more football talk and put the link down. The stories real quick is, me and Devontae just came up with it. Is that Finn brother Devontae Clay Johnson was definitely a heavy part of, I'm correct, the group with Mr. Matt Ferris. And he used to be very heavy in the Miami Dolphin community. He was an administrator and moderator in a lot of Dolphins group, and he ran a really good Miami Dolphins group for a while. And that's how I met him. And we started talking Miami Dolphin football. And that brother literally is he's family. That's his family that I just never met yet. His daughter is my niece. And, we sit there and talk about life situations, and he is like, that's my brother. Like, he's no longer my friend. He's my brother. He says hi to my mom, and my mom talks to him. He's family. All I got to do is make the trip up to Canada to go see him. That is it. So I'm trying to get him down to a game, because it would be nice for us to finally get to a game, but due to things, life comes first. So eventually we will make it happen. We've been saying it for about good 7-8 years now. And sit there and have Paul adopted, and he enjoys it and he loves it, and we're happy to have a part of that. To sit there for the work that he puts in, it's 100% appreciative that he took something that we came up with and then put it into pictures and put it in on shirts, and now we have it on a podcast. And that's why this man has made this happen. So this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him as well. So as far as this goes, it's to the Miami Dolphins community is how far as it goes. This is something that we came up. But I'm not a glory whore at all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. This is for the community. We are all Miami Dolphins family. It's always been about peace, love, and thumbs up. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So
100% winners. It's not about me. It's not about. It's just I'm trying to let the Dolphins know that we are a family, that we care about them, and it's not just us as fans. We're not looking for stuff from them. We're trying to give them stuff now at this point. Because they're our team. They're our family. We may not know them personally, or not all of them personally, or something, whatever you want to say, but they're our family. It's the Miami Dolphins. It's all you guys out there that I associate with, that I have the watch parties with, that I tailgate with, that I see at football games and DCC and everything else, that took me out of my black hole and put me where I am today. I'm not thinking about suicide anymore like I have in the past. I'll be the first one to admit I've thought about it quite a bit. Is it Purdy? No. But when you go from working 6-7 days a week, 8 to 12, anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day, to doing nothing, depression will hit you hard.
Yeah. And
So
the thing is, sharing Papa Paul is, it's gonna resonate with someone. You know what I mean? Your experience and what you're doing and how you reach out and you let people know that that's a beautiful thing.
With all that said, let's get back to some more football. We got some more trivia or something, Pedro?
No, we got Fins news, baby. Let's go. That's what we're here for, baby. I got some Tua news. I got 2 tidbits. Number one, I think he lost 10 to 15 pounds. He's looking good, man. I hope he's about 218, 220 around there, because we need him to on third and maybe 2. And anytime he sees it wide the heck open, bro, just run the damn ball. It's wide open.
Exactly.
hey, Mr. Polk,
What's up, Mr. Polk?
PFF.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get my audio.
Mr. Polk.
PFF ranked Fins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Sorry, that was the I don't know. That was weird. Tagovailoa.
How you
No.
doing, man?
It's Tua. I was going to say it's Tua.
14th ranked quarterback in the NFL. And they said, PFF said, when he played, it's this great quote, man, too. I agree with it. When the play goes according to plan, Tua can be a surgeon. Oh, I like that word, too. That's a good choice. But there are times, playoff teams, where he is too reliant on what the play should be and not what the best decision is post-snap.
Not what it ended up being, what it should be, and not what it ended up being. Yep, I agree with that. I agree. Yes.
What's that, Mr. Polk?
Oh, no, I was asking, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
We can
loud
hear
and clear.
Okay, Mr. Polk.
What up, baby?
Hey, how's it going, Papa Paul, Dolphin winners, John O'Hanlon? Q, really haven't seen you in a while, my brother. How you doing?
Man, I missed you too. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Tom, and my sister Pamela, and Mountie. Okay, Mountie, I'm glad you popped up
How
on.
you doing,
There
brother?
he is. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Papa Ball, Dolphin Winners? Hey, Dolphin Winners, I follow you on TikTok. The original OGs, Mr. Pope, the lovely Miss Pam, and the rest of the panel, man. I got love for all y'all. Fins up.
What's up?
Fins up, brother.
Hands up.
So, what y'all talking about?
Man, we just flowing with it, brother. We really,
We're talking about.
some Dolphin news, and we're just going with the flow today.
Yep.
Hey, has anybody see? Check this out. And I haven't yet to share it with anybody.
Okay.
But Herbert Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. They got paid. They got their contracts in league year number 4, which is the end of the 3rd year. Okay. Everybody's like, oh well, Tua needs to get paid. He needs to get paid. He needs to get paid.
Not over, but
Okay, but what I'm saying, I'm starting to really like. I was a little anxious from the beginning. I had a little anxiety issues because I'm thinking, well, the Dolphins, because he's the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino. Okay, that is a fact. However, he, and I quote, Emmanuel Ho said, and LaShawn McCoy said the other day on ESPN. Emmanuel Ho said, look, Tua. The question that came up was said, well, can Tua lead us to a Super Bowl? And there was a pause on all 4 or 5 panels of people on the panel. Well, then Emmanuel Ocho said, well, he needs a lot. He needs a lot. And LaShawn McCoy was like, listen, I don't know. I don't know.
Shady, you needed a lot
So
too,
what
though.
I'm
Shady needed a
saying
ton.
is, you're paying him, upwards of $50 million. That probability goes down because of course of what he needs. He's not a big guy. He's not a big imposing guy like Josh Allen. He's not running over guys. He's not rushing for 8 to 10 touchdowns a year like Josh Allen. He's not doing that. That's not his game. So he needs to be able to raise his level football acumen to where he can get those touchdowns. Because listen, he's got 0 rushing touchdowns in 2 years. 0. He's got like maybe 300 or 400 yards rushing in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not that guy that to maybe have to at the moment as we see.
his overall stats have improved though every single year though.
Well,
the main
his stat.
passing.
Listen. Stats are something, but
Right.
his raw numbers don't win games.
Not against
Yards
playoff
don't win
teams.
games. It's the touchdowns that wins the games. I would much rather him throw for 3,500 yards and 40 touchdowns rather than 4,600 yards and 29.
I want him to show up on primetime games because we got a lot of them.
I'll say this. I'm going to say the same exact
Get
thing
out!
I've been saying since my whole thing with Tua is
5 of them. We got to win 3 of them.
get the balls. He has to go in the gut of his soul. He has to sit there and be one. If you want to be great, you got to be like everybody's saying that this guy is the best thing since we've had since Dan Marino. So check this out. I need you to have a moment. You haven't had those moments. You haven't had the moment. The last time you really had that moment is when we was in Baltimore in 2022. I'll be honest with everybody on this panel. A lot of that was blown coverages from the Baltimore defense. And I don't want to hear that. It was like 2 blown coverages to help us come back. And we did the rest of the work. So with that being said, I need you to have that moment where you're down by 2, and he did it against Dallas somewhat. But I need for personal reasons. I need that you're down by 4 with 2 minutes on the clock. You got 3 timeouts. I need you to go from the 25-yard line, and I need you to march us down the field. And I need to see that you got that in a pivotal moment where you know the meaning of the situation and the matters at hand. I like Tua as a quarterback, but me personally, I need that. I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to continue to say that. Until Tua is that guy, that's what I need from Tua. I'm not saying Tua is a bad quarterback. He is our quarterback. But what I need for me to be the 2-9, that's what I need before I'm 2-9.
Oh yeah,
I'm not 2-9. I'm not doing it.
Hey, winners, we be whooping up on them soft teams, right? The easy teams, right? 70 points on the Broncos, just.
And Johnny Vega, shout out to Johnny Vega from Miami Dolphins area coach group. Johnny Vega said it earlier in the comments. We need him to come up in big games, and he has not done it. He has to do it. So, as your answer, like to me, for you to answer your statement in question, I think he's going to get paid regardless of what we are talking about or not. He is going to get the bag if the Miami Dolphins decide to throw it at him. That's just what it is. We're going to like it or not. So you're either going to agree with it or you're not going to agree with it. We can't do a damn thing about it, like John always says. So with that being said,
he needs to get. I think Tua at this point. I think because just listen, stats and numbers. Okay, they matter. They're all talking points as far as him trying to work up to
Pro Bowler,
bag.
QBR, number one.
But I care nothing about. But I care nothing about that if it's about the end result. You have to think business. It's about the end result.
I know.
Dude, we go to Kansas City. The 17th game we play, or 18th, we play Buffalo. We take the ball away 3 times, and he can't capitalize at least once.
Mm-hmm.
That's a disgrace. That's disgraceful.
Or kill the Titans game. Kill the Titans game. All you had to do is make a first down too, and
then how many? And then in the Titans game. And then in the Titans game, it's a 4th and 2. It's so much riding on that game.
Oh, bro.
Does Josh Allen, does Deshaun Watson, does Justin Herbert, does Joe Burrow take a sack? But then, even if you throw an interception, you gotta go out gunning with that moment.
But also, to go along with what you're saying and what Winters was saying, I want to see him play the game. Like, when you can see that the first down is a gift, if you just move down the field 3, 4, 5 yards, it's wide ass open, and you didn't move, you didn't run. Play the game, be in the moment. Take the game under your own hands and see. Hey, there's a play. I got to make those plays.
You know how fast he does it, Pam? You know how fast he throws the ball? He's 2.22 seconds. It's the fastest in the league.
That's
one of the fastest.
That's great. That's great.
One of the fastest.
Great. And that Tennessee game, if you go back and look at the all-22 and that 4th and 2, Braxton Berrios was wide open.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
20 yards down the field, we would have been in field goal range to kick a game-winning field goal.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's blocking on a
How
Tyreek
many
Hill.
games were like that? How many games should we have won that we didn't? 3,
Okay.
4?
Right.
But first and first, I want to welcome Shake Money to the show first.
What's going on?
What's up, Jake?
Peace, Jake.
What's going on? Hey, it's like this. It's the 3-point game. The 3-point game will win you a lot of games, but it's also going to lose you a lot of games too. And like Pam says, instead of trying to go for the 3-point every time or the home run, look under the rims. Maybe there's a open 2-point that could
Exactly, Shake. Exactly, Shake. A 3-point is a low percentage shot.
Right, but here's my thing. I want to see Tua play outside the box. In other words, you got to take leadership because you are a quarterback, and it shouldn't be where you have to depend on just the coach scheme to be the person that you can be. Come outside that box. Show McDaniel, show the team that okay, I can be a good quarterback, and I can change plays because I've seen quarterbacks change plays. Right,
he did it once against Tyreek, man, and threw that bomb and did that little fake. Remember that? And that was not a play call, and they said that after the game or something. Sorry to interrupt you, but I remember him doing that one time though, where he just got Tyreek wide open and threw a bomb, and he got it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, good audible.
So come out the box because he has the talent to be that quarterback, but you have to come outside the box. You can't just continue doing the same thing year after year because these teams know that. They know how you operate. And some of it also, and I'm not putting down McDaniels, some of it's on McDaniels too. Because you gotta let him release to a point where he can do things on his own because he has the intelligence and the talent to do so.
Here you go, Mr. Paul. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go, John. I'll let you go. Go ahead, John.
Mountie, I agree part of what you're talking about, but my disagreement is you got Raheem Mostert got 22 touchdowns. Did Buffalo have a running back with over 20 touchdowns? No. It's a team game. If Tua's got 22 and Mostert's got, or Tua had 29, Mostert's got 22, that's perfectly fine. I don't need Tua to run for 3 or 4 or 5 touchdowns. I do need him to run when the field's wide open and get those 3 yards, 5 yards, get the first down, keep the ball moving. I need him to, like Mr. Polk just said, get outside the box a little bit, but a lot of that goes back to the coach. The coach is calling plays to get that ball out as quick as possible. Tua's got nothing to do with that. It's a timing offense, and when the timing is working, it looks great. When the timing ain't working, it looks absolutely horrible. And that goes back to the coaches, the coach and the play call. But
I totally agree with that.
But you bring up Josh Allen, he has won nothing. Yes, he's won playoff games, but he ain't won a Super Bowl. Their case is still empty.
And I get it. But Josh Allen accounts for 40 touchdowns combined. Whether he's got eight rushing touchdowns and 30 passing touchdowns. So what I'm saying, like I said earlier,
he had one more passing touchdown than Tua, but Raheem Mostert had 22 total touchdowns, which is by far way ahead of anybody on Buffalo.
Who's the Bills' top wide receiver this season, man, or the top 2? I mean, are they as popular as Waddle and Tyreek? I mean,
how many points did Tua average the last 5 games?
Oh no, listen, I agree with you. If you go back and look at this panel from shortly after the season was over, I said it. In the beginning of the year, the offense was putting up points and the defense was gelling and coming together and struggling. And at the end of the year, the defense was playing much better and the offense couldn't move the damn ball. But that's not just on Tua. That's on the coach.
And I give you part of that because when I watched Coach Corner with Kurt Warner, who was a Hall of Fame candidate.
Oh yeah, that's good segment.
When he did some video review of the Kansas City game, the playoff game, he was a little befuddled about some of the play design and some of the play call in that game. So I do lay the some of the fault at the feet of Mike McDaniel. Absolutely, as I did last year. Absolutely.
Of course. See, I'm the type of guy where shit rolls downhill. It starts at the top and it rolls, and where it stops is where the blame is. Some people like to blame Ross, Greer, McDaniel, Tua, the wide receivers for dropping sure touchdowns or sure first downs. Listen, it's a team game. Mistakes get made. Receivers drop balls. Kickers miss kicks. Running backs ball, quarterbacks throw interceptions. It's all part of the game. But if you look at the overall stats of the team, see, I'm not the guy. I don't look at Tua's stats. I look at the team stats. And Tua's got 29 touchdowns, one less passing than Josh Allen, but most of it had 22 total touchdowns. There's not a running back on Buffalo, I don't believe, that broke 10 touchdowns.
Well, and to your point, John, when the crap's rolling downhill, it spreads all over everybody. Everybody's wearing it. Everybody stinks.
Yeah.
And
to reiterate on one thing,
one
person doesn't make a team.
No.
Exactly.
It makes the team better. It can make a team better.
Yes. But one person is not going to win the game. One person is not going to lose the game.
Depth.
No.
We've seen that with Josh Allen. We've seen that with Josh Allen because he's carried the Bills on his back to the point where.
Yes and no, because his first couple of years he wasn't doing much till he got Diggs. Then Diggs got there, gave him a true number 1 receiver, and all of a sudden he blew up and everybody wants to, kiss his feet. Diggs is gone now. His number 1 receiver is Mac Hollins. Let's see what Josh Allen does this year with Mac Hollins as your
number 1 receiver.
Well, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Devontae Parker on his retirement. He has love for the Dolphins. He did a lot of good things when he was with us and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, maybe not everything, but he'll always have love for the Dolphins. So I hope he has a good retirement.
Absolutely. I love Devontae.
I'm telling you, when that man was on, he was on fire. He was as good as they get when he was on.
2017 Eagles Dolphins preseason game here in Philly. He was cooking them in preseason. He had a 71-yard bomb from Tannehill. It was beautiful, on the money.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
when he was healthy, he was one of the best in the game.
And to go further back, Dolphin, when he was at Louisville, he was cooking in college. He was one of the best. I followed him, like I said, going back to Louisville, and man, he was a monster in college. So I was happy when we selected him as our wide receiver.
I got to laugh at Joe Rist here. Yeah. Retired.
That's a great
Keep his
comment.
number on speed dial if we hit the injury bug again.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey,
Joe,
It's a great comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that's a great comment because I'm gonna be honest. We don't know. We don't know week by week what can happen. And I'm gonna tell you something. If we could get that man to come back and sit there and play in his offense, which he might not have the speed that everybody else has, but he's a veteran. He's a tall target, and he goes and gets the ball. So
well, did anybody else see the other article? And I don't know if it was an article, but I saw a post today that Aaron Donald will be getting a call from the Dolphins in December because of Ramsey and Beckham. When the injury bug hits and we need guys to come in, they'll bring him in off the couch because he wants to play with these guys again. I started laughing when I read it, but hey, anything's possible because just because you put your papers in, you can unretire.
Hey.
Just like getting Ryan Tannehill back on the Dolphins, right? It could happen, right?
Well, look how many people have retired and unretired. It happens all the time.
Absolutely. A team calls and offers you a little bit of money to come in and play 3 games, 5 games. Look at Flacco last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flacco
you
was sitting
sit on the
and
couch
comes
and
in.
you decide you still got game and you want to get back out there. That can happen.
The Browns had what, 5 quarterbacks?
The thing though is if he does come back, Philadelphia owns his rights.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If he's still under contract, yes.
Still on the still on the contract.
So guys, I'm still not feeling that great, so I'm gonna say goodnight and
Take care, Miss Pam.
I have missed you guys so much.
Get better, Miss Pam. We love you,
Yes,
hon.
Pam, you feel better. Peace, love, and fins up.
Thank you.
Tell your husband I said hello.
I will do it. Peace, love, and fins up, guys.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that retires, if they're still under contract, they still belong to that team, so they can't just jump to another team.
Right.
Yeah, because it says he retired. They didn't say nothing about the Eagles releasing him or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, retired.
Yeah.
In other news, the draft in 2026 is it in Pittsburgh? Is that 2026? 2026 draft is in Pittsburgh. That's the first time since 1947. That's pretty cool.
I can maybe make that trip. It's right in the state.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It should be the biggest one ever. They said that's going to blow away that 750,000 in.
Has a draft ever been Miami?
So if in Pennsylvania it's about 6 hours depending on traffic. But if I take the train, it'll probably be 8.
Yeah, but if you take the train, you don't have to worry about pit stops and all the rest of it.
Right. I'll say this: the last time I was at Pittsburgh, University of Pitt had a brand new arena that opened, and I actually seen the brand new arena that they actually played on when it was nobody allowed on the floor. So that's how long it's been. And I want to say that was got to be over 25 years, almost 25 years ago. So.
Man, I gotta go, man. I'm gonna do one last Fitz trivia question, if you don't mind, Paul. The Q Billy is going to 2 primetime games this season. True or false?
True.
Hey, Titans and Browns, baby, let's go. I'm back. Finally.
Appreciate you, Pedro, man.
Real quick, I know Shake asked if the draft has ever been in Miami. No, it has not. But the NFL did hold its first national invitational camp in Tampa, Florida in 1982. The camp brought together 163 college players who were eligible for the draft to collect medical information.
Anyways, see you guys.
You leave it, Pedro. Good night, brother.
Good night, Pedro. Peace, love, and fins up, brother.
What's up,
That's
Crypto?
another thing that cracks me up about the combine is the combine is always in a dome. Well, not all the teams play in a dome.
Yeah.
So you've got guys, and listen, they're there to diagnose these kids and poke and prod and ask questions and stuff, but put them outside on a rainy day, put them outside on a 98-degree day and have them run.
Yeah.
There's certain factors that go into a team that's going to draft a kid, and weather is a big one.
What about the turf?
Right, turf, natural grass. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things. That's why I don't get involved much with the combine numbers and stuff. And this guy did this or this guy did that. Weightlifting's different. Weightlifting's always in a room. When they say a guy bench press 225 40 times, I don't care where he's at. That's impressive.
Yes.
And to kind of piggyback on you, John, seemed like the combine has changed from years back. The combine years back when I was a little kid was more what's the word? Interesting.
It was basically tryouts at that time.
Right.
It's exactly. But seemed like it's changed. It's not.
Well, everything has changed. Like everything about football has changed since back in the 70s.
From the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl has changed a lot. It's not.
There's no such thing as a Pro Bowl anymore.
No.
Exactly.
So, but it's there's a lot of interesting things out there that's just so different. Yeah, I'm excited for this year. I'm really excited to see training camp. I want to see what's going to happen in training camp. I want to see how our defense is looking with this new defensive coordinator. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for just seeing my family again too, in person.
I second that.
My thing is, I want to see what undrafted player is going to be a diamond.
Hey, they have pretty good luck in finding at least one every year.
Right.
Yeah,
Nick Needham.
They do.
Nick Needham.
Well, you got Nick Needham. Eazy-E's been pretty good for us. He was undrafted. There was Chris Brooks, the running back Chris Brooks last year was a UDFA.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
What's the deal with Aubrey Miller? He's a good linebacker. He just he seems like he's got a lot of good potential.
Well, I mean, the hardest part is, and I say this all the time, is potential coming out of college is great, but does that transfer over into the NFL game? They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. That's why you got busts. You got guys that just couldn't make the transition from college to pros. And there's college kids that never get a chance that might have been great pros. For whatever reason, they just didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing with Aubrey Miller, you're seeing now with Channing Tindall anyway.
Well,
real quick, I want to. Joe Riss was asking what's after OTAs. The June 1st money training camp is actually late July when open training camp starts.
Well, yeah, you'll have mandatory minis and
there's mandatory mini camp coming up soon. But the regular training camp starts in late July.
Mm-hmm. But what's funny is when Devontae Parker, one of the things Devontae Parker said was the fact that he told a reporter this, one of the announcers, he said, when I got to the pros, I thought it was going to be like college where I could just roll out of bed and have a good game. He says, no, there's a lot more preparation, a lot more rest. There's a lot more that goes into being a pro than it was in college. College, like I said, you could stay up all night, watch TV, roll out of bed, and have 100, 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? He says not like that in the pros. And I think that's the thing. The difference between college and pros is the fact that in college, you have somebody constantly looking over you, making sure you're doing the right things. Now in the pros, you don't have that. You have that net is gone. So at the end of the day, you have to be a professional. And make sure you're doing your own, taking care of your business because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yep.
Yeah, well, think about it. How many guys make the pros, and 2 years after they're done, they're broke?
Yeah, well, they were just talking about that just recently on the news down here and stuff. I forget who the most recent one was. But
It happens to all kinds of them.
yeah, I mean, Warren Sapp, it actually happened to Dan Marino, too, if you haven't heard. He filed for bankruptcy.
And don't forget the quarterback out of Green Bay.
And look at your boy in Philadelphia, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson had he had big money and went broke.
I mean, but
the thing with Iverson was, go ahead.
I was going to say part of Dan Marino's was his accountant made a lot of bad investments for him and stuff.
Right. And the thing with Iverson is, yeah, he was blowing his money crazy, but what he was smart about was there was a part of his M1 Reebok contract where it was $50 million that he couldn't touch to a certain age. So he had money sitting there. And then eventually, once he got his act together and things like that, he had endorsements and stuff like that. Now he's an actual big wig in the Reeboks department for the basketball suites and all that, him and Shaq. So he's an executive now for Reebok. So he's pretty good.
But there was another player that his name was Jamal Mashburn. This guy made all the right investments. He didn't make that much money, but Jamal Mashburn, with making the right investments, he's a big entrepreneur.
Smart.
Well, sometimes, unfortunately, these guys just surround themselves with the wrong people. They've had managers, accountants, lawyers steal their money.
Yep.
Didn't that happen to Mike Tyson too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Don King stole his money.
Mike got robbed blind.
Don King and Robin Givens took his money. They set Mike up, dude. That's a whole nother. We could be talking for days on that.
Well, there's a lot of people that take advantage of the sports industry, the sports people. These guys know how to play baseball, basketball, football, hockey, all that stuff. It doesn't mean just because they're good sportsmen doesn't mean they have money knowledge.
Yeah.
So, listen, a lot of people don't have money knowledge.
Yes, I agree. And
I'm not saying I do, but
I don't. I know I don't.
Well, I mean, to a certain degree, I do. I mean, I can't complain. I paid all my bills by the time I was 52. I literally had no bills, nothing. Paid my mortgage, paid nothing.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying there. But, I mean, these guys are dependent on these accountants and money managers and stuff. So they believe whatever they're telling them, even though they could be lying their ass off to them.
Oh, yeah. There's a million stories of, guys coming to these money managers, accountants coming to them and saying, hey, this is a great investment. Invest in this. And it's, their cousin, their friend, and they didn't even know it. And they invest in a restaurant. In a year, it's gone. They invest in a store. In a year, it's gone. And they put money into it.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't that promoter, the boxing promoter, do the same thing with the one that had the high race here?
Don King.
Yeah, Don King.
Don King robbed everybody blind. That man made millions and millions of dollars stealing from all his fighters.
Only in America.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sorry, I mean, shit.
No, I agree with you. But it's crazy and it's sad at the same time.
Well, I mean, listen, you guys have heard me say this before. NFL, NBA, NHL, it's a microcosm of real life. You have a certain amount of people who surround themselves with good people. You have a certain amount of people who surround themselves with bad people. You have a certain amount of people, who would have thought that, you would have had a tight end who was a murderer? Well, there's a certain percentage of people that murder people.
Yeah,
the NFL is going to have one. There's a certain percentage of people that beat their wives or their husbands, and you're going to see it. I mean, it's just when it's sports, everybody's like, oh, it's shocking. If it's your neighbor down the street, oh, it's shocking. When it's, down where you live, Papa Paul, I don't even hear about it. So it's not shocking.
No, it's all over. It's right in the backyard, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Sports is
and
a microcosm of what the human beings are. They just happen to be good at a sport.
Right.
I know I feel for my brother Winters because he deals with it every day where he lives.
Right.
And, but you know what's funny is, and this is only in the sports world. Like for instance, the thing that happened with Rashid Rice, that was all over ESPN, right?
Of course.
Can you imagine if Rachel Ray got a DUI? Listen, instead of talking about baking cookies, let's talk about Rachel Ray's DUI. Can you imagine? It's the only sports is the only one that actually gets into the personal life of the athlete, and they have the nerve to call it sports talk. That's not sports talk. This is personal life. Sports is what it does on the field.
Sports is a lot less forgiving because it's a short amount of time than it is. Look at Charlie Sheen, how much trouble he's been in, but yet he still gets shows and makes millions. And you know, who's the other one that played Iron Man?
Oh, Robert
Yeah,
Downey Jr.
I ain't talking about
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, the guy was in trouble in the 80s and 90s, and then all of a sudden in the 2000s, he's rich again because somebody gave him another chance. In sports, you only have a short amount of time. You can't come back in your 40s and 50s and get another chance.
Basically, in sports, you have one chance.
For a lot, yeah.
Look at Martha Stewart.
Well, technically, actually, you know what? Sometimes they do sport. Like for instance, athletes do. I mean, they're not to the level of Charlie Sheen and.
Yes,
Charlie
they are. Look
Sheen
at Brown running off the field.
The other guy. But listen, when you come back, it's not to that level. But there's some athletes that made mistakes in their younger days and get their second chance as a coach in college or something like that.
Oh yeah. And listen,
becoming
guys,
an analyst.
it just sports is 24/7 now. You know, you can turn on the radio, you can turn on ESPN, you can get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and it's out there. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Sports is 24/7 now.
You're right. It's playing everywhere. You got a soccer game every day of the year.
Yeah. Right.
Not a day where
I'm sure I could go into Hulu right now and find some sport somewhere that's playing right now and sit here and watch it. It's 24/7.
Yes, and it's not only that; it just keeps expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Especially more so now going into the women's sports and stuff. And
look
flag
at Warren Sapp
in the Olympics.
One thing and last thing I want to talk. Look at Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp, he's gotten in a lot of trouble, but you know how many colleges will want him as a coach and a recruiter? Warren Sapp,
right? Yeah, because he made a name for himself as he got older and smarter. And listen, it's hard to fault some of these kids. They're 18, they're 20, 21, 22, getting handed millions of dollars, and nobody has ever prepped them for that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Warren Sapp was bankrupt.
Absolutely, because in his younger years, he was maybe not thrifty with his money, and as he got older and smarter and experienced life, he did things differently.
Yeah, look what happened to Honey Badger. I know it's not about money, but look at all the trouble the Honey Badger had in college, and then when he made it to the pros, he started to mature and did a 360. Now he can turn around and mentor some of these guys that's in college, you know, coming into the pros because he's been there and he knows how to, you know, do that 360 and get your life on the right track.
Right. And the NFL does have a mentorship. The problem is you have to be a 20, 21, 22-year-old kid who wants to listen to a guy who's in his 40s and 50s and not think, listen, at 21, 22, could anybody tell you anything?
Hell no.
No. You thought you knew everything. You were, hey, I'm on my own. I pay my own bills. I'm good. And then find out.
Joe Rist stated, you know, AB filed, and is that what we were talking? We're talking about him and everybody else who's been a sportsman or a millionaire sports player that is bankrupt, you know, before they even, right after they get out and stuff, because of not having the knowledge of or anybody trustworthy helping them.
And a lot of these kids come from poor neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. They don't have access to, you know, a corporation, or if they do, they don't have the trust in them.
Yeah.
So they trust the
That's
guys
right.
from the neighborhood,
Mhm.
and sometimes they get beat with that. And it's,
Yep.
you know, the league talks about that. They have the meetings when rookies come in and say, you know, get rid of the group that you grew up with, and you can say it. Guys aren't going to do it. They trust the guys they grew up with. They trust the guys they went to high school with, you know, that grew up in the same neighborhood as them. And some of them are good people, and some of them aren't trying to rip them off, and some of them are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're getting introduced to some 55-year-old white guy who owns a company, and you don't know him from Adam. You have no trust in him. You trust the guys you grew up with.
Well, you know, why you to trust me? I'll rip you off blind.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. You know, it's you know,
No.
yeah, they can introduce them to the right people. It doesn't mean that they're going to follow their advice. Trust is something that you build over time. Just because you introduce them to somebody doesn't mean that they're going to have trust in them. They don't know that person.
Well, I agree with you. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about before we call it a night, brothers?
Not really. I know I'm about to take my butt to bed.
Yeah, man. I'm just I seen my NBA championship the other day when the Knicks lost, so I'm happy that
Oh, Shake,
that's my NBA championship.
Shake, why are you here? Winners. Shake wants to do a, what is it? A tag team blender?
Yeah. I talked to him. Yeah, I was talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we touched base. Yeah, I'm gonna do a first time ever. I'm gonna do a tandem in the blender. Season 2.
I can't wait for that. I really
Yep.
can't. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So we'll do it like late June. About right late June.
Yeah, just let me know, because I know, like I said, I'm gonna, like we talked earlier about.
Mhm.
I have to talk to Russell, so I want to try to set that up also. Because I would like to have Russell on the TFTG with you, Shake, and see if I can get him on there.
And also, John, I would like to have you one day on as a guest as well, if you ever if you're up for it.
Absolutely. We're friends on Facebook. Message me and let me know.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
All I'm gonna say to you, everybody's here, is let's go Phillies to the best team in baseball right now. I mean, it's still early, but we're hot right now. So a third of the season is done. We still got June, July, August. We still got September, and we'll see from there. So, hey, look. But like Paul said earlier, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys. Mr. Paul, we gotta set something up when I come down. If I come down or something, I got to figure a way, because we got to meet too. I've met every one of these gentlemen on this panel. To people in the chat, I hope to see a lot of y'all this upcoming season. And I appreciate every single one of y'all too. Appreciate giving us 2 hours of your time and being able to come into your homes and to be able to talk the foolishness that we do every Wednesday. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah, I mean, my love to everybody who watches us, who tunes in, to the people like Mr. Polk and Shake Money who want to jump on here, because obviously we're doing something right, because people want to come in and get on the panel and talk. There's a lot of different podcasts out there you could be watching, and I'm thankful that you come here every Wednesday to see us. And now we're on a few more times because of the Roku thing. We're trying to figure that out and see how that's going to go. Shout out to Paul for setting that up, and we'll see how that pans out. I love all you guys. If you're wearing aqua and orange, whether you're a player or a fan, I love you all. That's my team. That's my go-to. Since I was a little tiny kid, my wife thinks I'm nuts. She's like, everything is Dolphins. I'm like, yep. If I can real quick, week 1. I know there's a lot of people coming in from out of town that are going to be there all week. I'm one of them. I'm going in probably Friday or Saturday and staying until the next Saturday. There is events going on. If you are friends with Maria Caraballo or myself, I will share them on Facebook when they put everything up. We got a couple different things going on. If you're interested in a cruise in March of next year, there is a Dolphins fan cruise. I can tell you right now that alumni that are going to be there are Sean Wooden, OJ McDuffie, Crash Jensen, Troy Drayton. There's a couple others that we're waiting to see. And it's just going to be a cruise. You can hang out with them at the pool. You can hang out with them at breakfast. Maria will put a flyer out and reiterate on the cruise. Please don't bother them when they're eating dinner. Don't walk up and ask for a signature. Leave them alone. Let them enjoy their dinner, their breakfast, whatever. But it's just going to be an open cruise. We're not going to have lines to get autographs. So if you see them out and about, you can get an autograph. You can sit down and talk to them. The ones that I mentioned, we're all on the last cruise. Great people. We've had quite a few of them on the show. Crash, if you happen to be listening, we got to get you on here. And maybe I'll reach out to Crash tomorrow. I'll send him a message, see if we can't get him on. So look for that stuff on my page or Maria Caraballo's. We have over 50 rooms booked, over 100 and something people of Dolphins fans that are part of our community that are already going on the cruise. There is still rooms available.
Do you do payment plans?
What's that?
You do payment plans?
Yeah, well, you have until November to pay for it. So like I happen to be sharing a cabin with Tom O'Gara and Gary Gardner.
Mhm.
So it brought the price down a little bit because we had 3 in the room. So you could do that way if you don't have family to go with, or if you're just like my wife didn't want to go. She's like, I don't want to do another Dolphins cruise. I'm like, all right, no problem, but I'm still going because I'm crazy like that. So yeah, all the information, you can have up to 4 people in a room and it brings the price down if you do that. But look up Maria Caraballo. If you don't know who she is and you're friends with me, go on my page and friend request her. All the info's there. East 12 tailgate. There'll be information for that for the first 2 games. Obviously Papa Paul's there. Winters is there when he's there. Tom's there when he's there. Shake, you've come through East 12 a couple times. I know that. East 12, East 32. So, if you're coming for games and you happen to be watching, you want to know where to go for tailgating, East 12. Orange East 12, East 22, East 32. We're all in one line. You get to see
209.
209. You get to see a lot of people that, that you see on here.
Allie Goodman.
Allie, Alex,
Big E,
Butsky, Big E, Cameron Scott, who runs East 32. They're down at the end right near the gate. They have a great tailgate. Chris and Carol come through all the time. There's a lot of people that come through there. Finn Sticky, Chucky, Stripe.
Samson.
Yeah, Paris Love is there all the time. Finn Sidon, Finn Evil. When he's there, he comes to East 12. So if you know any of these people and you want to party with them the day of a game, come to East 12.
Shout out to Keith and Jason Matheny also.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that you have seen on here. Pedro comes to East 12 when he's there. So if that's what you're looking for, that's the place to be. There are
my homie Batman.
Batman's there. Stephen D, when he's there, he's down at East 32. He does his lives.
Cameron 954.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito and his wife are there. There's so many people. We could sit here for the next 20 minutes trying to think of everybody that we see every week.
Oh yeah, by the way, Cameron 954. If you want good eating, that's where you got to go.
East 12 and East 32, man. There's cooks. You got Keith Matheny and Jason Morrow are always cooking. They're in between where we're at and where Cameron's at, and the menus are just vastly different every week. Everybody's got different stuff.
And I might be setting up cooking this year as well.
Oh, see that? There you go. So Papa Paul's pretty much right across from Keith and Allie and them. So, there's plenty of places to stop and see people. And, I look a little different on game day because I braid the beard, I braid the hair, and,
But even if I'm not cooking, I have shirts, I have magnets, I have patches, my wife's picked up a bunch of bracelets and stuff, and I have all kinds of stuff for sale, and 100% of the profits of that stuff goes to charity, whether it's Dolphins Challenge Cancer, Polycystic Kidney Disease Research, or back to WCFL Helping Hands to buy more stuff to sell.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got stuff. You can walk up and down the aisle. There are some ladies, and I wish I could remember her name. She's just up a little closer to the stadium. She's got bracelets and earrings and necklaces, and
Yeah, I
just
actually sold a shirt to her last year, and I know who you're talking about.
right.
They put the TV on the back of the truck
Yes.
right there. Yes.
And she's got all kinds of Dolphin stuff, mostly for the ladies, because she caters to the ladies because she
Yeah.
wants them to look good. So you can see that kind of stuff and purchase that while you're there. But if anybody's looking, East 12, and you'll find most of us are there. So,
And honestly, if you're looking for 3, 4, 5X shirts and stuff, I will have a lot of that. And some of that will be as little as $15 and $20. And they will be authentic Miami Dolphin gear.
yep. Who was it that set up the last home game of the year? Sinbad? Sinbad Sports set up a table at the end of the last game and had a ton of stuff on the table. And I mean, some of it was very good prices. It was the end of the year, and he was trying to get rid of all his inventory. So
Yeah, I know I'll be bringing some autographed photos, which I have Jerome Baker. I know he's not with us, but he was great while he was with us. Ahmed, and I do have a Zach Sealer. Those will only be $20 a piece. They're autographed with a COA.
Yeah, so if you're listening and you're from out of town, or you're from in town and you haven't been to the Rock, come to the Rock and visit us.
Yes, you will have a great time. I promise
You will. And if Winters happens to be there or Pedro's there, they dance, I dance.
I don't. I might waddle through with my cane.
Dude, you better.
Hey, remember last year at the beginning of the year, you were rolling through in your wheelchair.
Yes, I was.
So,
I was still recovering from hip replacement then.
Yes, you are.
But you made it, and you were there. So
yes, I
This
didn't
year,
miss a single home game last year.
This year, I'm only going to go to one home game this year, which is going to be the fan club weekend. But I am saving my chips because I am going to be going to the MetLife takeover. I'm excited for that one. I know I had to do it. And that's something I had to put on my bucket list, and that's going to be this year.
You never been, Shake?
Never been.
I tailgate my group. We tailgate literally right across the street from MetLife Takeover. So we have a nice big curb. We do a little cooking and stuff, but we walk in and out of there. So we go over, we visit, we come back, we go over, we visit, we meet other people, we go back in. We're right across from the buses. It's like a 3-minute walk. So if you want to hang out with us, you're more than welcome to. If you just want to spend all your time in there, you can do that. But we back the truck right up on the sidewalk. We're there every year. The last few years, I've had quite a few people from the Hard Rock that are season ticket holders come up, and we all hang out in one spot and then walk into the MetLife Takeover. And theirs is free just to walk into. If you want to eat their food and drink their alcohol, pay them. That's New York City Fan Club Takeover. And you get a bracelet, you get the food, you get drink, you get everything. They have a DJ, they have a bar, they have a cigar bar. They have all their stuff on the table. For New York City Fan Club, you can purchase shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff from them. And I think this year was their 10th year, and this coming year will be their 11th year they're doing it.
Real quick, Raphael, I don't have a connection for hats, but I do have a connection for shirts made if you want.
Papa Paul, I thought of an idea for a hat. If you can get a decent looking dolphin from the front, where the face is facing you on the hat, and you have the little side fins, but make the dorsal fin the middle finger.
Well, I can try and find something. Yeah. I don't know about a hat, though. See, I got to find a guy who does hat. I don't have a connection with the person who does hats right now.
Well, even if you put it on a T-shirt, just the big dolphin facing you, but the dorsal fin in the middle is the middle finger.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Polk, any last words?
I appreciate y'all having me on the show. It was great to hang out with you, Papa Paul, Dolphin Winner 305, Miami Dolphin Administrator, Joel Hanlon, and Shake Money.
Yep, sir.
What more can I say about you, my brother? So it was great being up here. Like I said, gotta be optimistic about the season. Let's just see what's going to happen. I'm still on the fence. That doesn't mean I'm not that I'm turning on my team. It's just that it's just the way things are. So
Yeah.
let's wait. Let's see. Let's be optimistic.
Yep. You have a
So,
good night, brother. Peace, love, and fins up, Mr.
Peace, love, and fins up, Mr. Polk.
Shake.
Yeah, man. Nothing, same as always. Appreciate for having on, and congrats on getting the 2,000 subs, and congratulations on your new Roku deal. And I tell you, man, here's to 2,000 more, my brothers. Y'all be safe. Fins up.
Appreciate it, Shake. Peace, love, and fins up, brother.
Thumbs up, man.
He left already. Damn him. He's always jumps out quick. Go ahead, John. Or you said your favorite.
I think I said enough there. I just wanted to give information to the fans that are watching. Love you guys. Appreciate it. As always, Papa Paul, thanks for the idea of doing this. Mr. Winters, you know I love you, brother.
You too, brother.
Can't wait to see everybody, and I'll see you in a couple days on the Roku. Peace, love, and
brother. Another week is done. I want to thank everybody, Paul. I want to thank everybody that's watched us on every social media outlet. And another beautiful week. And yo, listen, we'll be at it again on Saturday night at 6 p.m. And we're looking forward to seeing each and every one of y'all. And thank you for the support and continued support. Papa Paul, you got anything to add?
Just you said it all. Thank you, everybody. We love y'all. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Without you guys, there wouldn't be in us. So other than that, y'all have a wonderful night. God bless y'all and have a blessed weekend. Good night.
We are the champions.